Okay guys, you're here. It's January 31st, 2012, launch day of the HD 7950 from the folks over at AMD. And today we're going to be taking a look at a really nice card from the people over at XFX. The card we're going to be looking at today is overclocked, has superior cooling, and actually is priced pretty well for what it is. What card am I talking about? I'm talking about the new XFX R7950 Black Edition double dissipation card. You guys all know it's based on the 28 nanometer process. It's going to have the same 3 gigabytes of memory with the 384-bit memory interface. All that stuff's going to be the same. All we're going to see is a few clock changes on the core and some changes on the memory. Beyond that, let's jump right in and let's see how this thing runs. Now, you guys are going to see right off the bat that these guys use their own proprietary design. They don't use the reference design by AMD. They've custom designed their cooling, and their cooling is something we really want to talk about because there's 3 phases to it. We have their ghost thermal technology. Inside the card, this offers a flexible membrane that as the card heats up and cools down, this allows the cooling to actually evaporate and go away from the card a lot better. It also features hydrocell technology. This is basically like a heat pipe that gathers all the heat inside of a chamber and helps dissipate it away from the GPU. Last but not least, we get the double dissipation cooling, which is the 2 fans, basically blowing all of the hot air and everything away from the GPU and the card itself. Now, as far as the card size, it comes in at 10.5 inches, which is sure to be a lady pleaser, and it's 4 inches high. This card's actually a little bit shorter than some of the other cards we see, and that'll be easier to fit in different cases. Obviously, this card's going to be built on the new AMD 28 nanometer process. The card features 1792 stream processors. This is going to be the same on any 7950 you see, regarding whether it's HD, R, or anything else. This is going to remain the same. One thing that's different though, right off the bat, we're going to see this card has a core clock of 900 megahertz. Now the standard reference cards, they come in at 800 megahertz, so right off the bat, this card has 100 megahertz overclock right on board. The effective memory clock is also at 1375 megahertz with 5.5 gigabits per second. This is much faster than normal and is actually the same as a reference speed 7970. You also see 3 gigabytes of DDR5 memory, the 384-bit memory interface. This is also going to be the same on all cards you see. So we can see the card has a PCI Express slot. You can see this on the bottom of the card. This is the new PCI Express 3.0 interface. Sometime in the future when the new Ivy Bridge CPUs, hopefully we're going to see some memory increases and bandwidth increases with this product. Flip around the back of the card. You guys can see we have 2 of the crossfire fingers right here. This is where you're going to connect your cables if you want to have a crossfire configuration. Now this card features 2 main display ports, an HDMI port, and a dual-link DVI port, just like all the other cards are going to be as well, I think, unless you see somebody totally changing the wheel. Now, the cool things are, the main display ports have a resolution maximum of 4096 by 2160. So all these new 4K TVs that are coming out, this card's going to support them. The HDMI has a maximum resolution of 4096 by 3112, even higher. The lowest one on the list is the dual-link DVI, which is just like my 30-inch Dell, and it features 2560 by 1600 resolution. That said, let's jump into the performance and let's see how this card does against the competition. Here's some of the absolutely really great things about this card. For one, All of the new TVs that are coming out, these new so-called 4K TVs, they're going to require something that's going to power them. So if you're going to want a computer and you're going to want to power that TV, you're going to want one of these video cards. At these high resolutions, this is the highest I've seen on any of the cards. The card does run much cooler. This new R7950 runs a lot quieter than the 7970 version. The price, it's lower by $100. And only sacrificing 20% in overall performance, that's not very bad whatsoever. So you get a lot of great things with this new card. At the end of the day, I gotta say, if you're looking for a new 7 card and you can't afford anything over $500, this new R7950 from XFX is a solid editor's choice. Thanks for watching. If you guys missed the unboxing, check it out here. And if you also want to see the full written review, see it over on Motherboards.org.